What's going on, guys? It is MurderInc here, and yes, I got him. Maybe not how you think, but it's going to be even better as far as showcasing goes. I got Turvold. As you can see on the screen, I have named this account Turvold Inc. And before I get into this, I have to talk about how this happened. A long time ago, I explained to people what they can do if there's ever a part of the game where things get really boring for you, progress slows down a ton. You can make a secondary account. However, I don't recommend playing two accounts at the same time, kind of like what I'm doing, so don't do what I'm doing. And just make an account, collect the login rewards, get the daily login bonus, and then just let it sit. And when you get bored and there's a time where there's no content in the game, kind of like we're seeing right now, you can go on, open everything, have tons of energy, have a lot of silver, and you're just going to have a lot of fun. So what happened is, the other day, I got messaged by one of the viewers, and they said, "Hey, MurderInc, I did what you did with your secondary account that you showed a few months ago, and I decided to start playing it, and I ended up pulling a Turvold. I would really like it if you would have the account. I know you want him really badly, and pretty much use it to show everyone on YouTube, on Twitch, like you wanted to, but in a new account setting and progress through and show all of these things." They did want to remain anonymous, and there were a few things I tried to figure out from this person. They were being very cryptic about it and didn't answer too much, so I'm going to ask you guys about what you think after that. But huge shout out to this person. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you gave me this account. So let's look at this. First of all, they said they were giving me an account with Turvold. It was the only champion that they pulled. I didn't know that meant legendary only. I thought literally the only champion, but look at how good this account is. We have Turvold, Mausoleum Mage, Battle Sage, Golden Reaper, Jareg, Madame Ceres, Royal Guard, Zargala, Soul Drinker, Flesh Tear. So many cool champions. I even have a Cold Heart here, so I'm really looking forward to building this account in a new progression-based series that I'm going to launch. Pretty much showing people whether they're starting a secondary account, whether they're new to the game, but it's also going to be people who want to see how much fun Turvold can be. And this is where I'm going to get the end game crowd. You guys are going to be shocked. I've already played the game once on my original account with Turvold starting out, and I had so much fun, and you're going to have just as much fun watching what I can do with it. And what's interesting is a lot of things have changed for new accounts, even if you are endgame and want to start a secondary account, on how you should approach things the most efficiently based on all of the new things that are in the game. The first thing that I want to talk about that I was trying to figure out, and maybe you guys can help me out, is how this person got so much energy and so many void shards with the login rewards. Now, I did talk about this on Twitch before. I couldn't figure out, no one in Twitch chat could figure out. We counted how many you got from the login rewards up to day 108, which is when I got the account. And I believe there were 6 total void shards up until where I'm currently at in the game. And I think this would be number 7. But one thing that I didn't consider that I thought about after is all of the compensation we got from COVID-19, all of the anniversary compensation, all of the maintenance issues they had a few months ago. So this account has been around, I believe they said, for 4 months of them playing it every day. Now, the energy you see here isn't the energy I had when I started. Obviously, when you start the game, you ramp up to like 2,000 energy pretty quickly. So I started this account with just under 16,000 energy, which seemed like a lot, but then I thought back to all the compensation. Let me know if anyone kept track who's watching this right now, who knows exactly how many shards. I counted, so the void shard and these that you see here, this is from the campaign, so this doesn't count. But one interesting thing is I got this account at level 3 or 4. Why this is interesting is no offers were currently available to me when I logged in. So I had to play the campaign a little bit more, and that's when the offers started popping up. I mean, as you can see here, I haven't bought anything yet. So that's when all of these offers started popping up for me. It's after I started playing. I thought they spent money on this account before to kind of hook me up on the way, but I see no possible way of them doing that. So if you wanted to look and count, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 void shards were opened on this account before I got it. And for the life of me, I can't figure out how that was possible. No missions were done, no challenges were done. As I said, I got it at level 4. Not even offers were available to me, so I'm not sure how they could have bought it. Let me know what you guys think. It's been driving me crazy. Maybe you guys will figure it out. So now what I want to do is I want to talk about the series that I'm going to be doing with Turvold. Now, I had mentioned this before. I thought about doing a free-to-play series. However, I don't want to do a free-to-play series. I don't anticipate spending money on the account right now. I definitely don't need more shards. I'm going to get all the way through to the end game very quickly with who I have here without spending any money. But this is why I don't want to do free-to-play. I've looked up all the current guides out there that are for free-to-play, and everyone has their different definition of free-to-play. So another thing I want you guys to let me know in the comments is, what do you guys define as free-to-play in this game? I know people who have spent zero money, have pulled a Dracomorph, and they don't consider themselves free-to-play because none of their peers consider them free-to-play, which is very strange for me to kind of hear. How can you spend no money, get an awesome legendary out of luck, but not be free-to-play? None of that makes sense. I've gone over this many times in the video. Gear matters way more. Efficiency matters way more than the actual champions that you have. There are some exceptions of champions that can absolutely carry you to a certain point through content, but as I've seen through doing my own takeovers, and I'm sure you guys have seen on YouTube so far, especially Hell Hades doing takeovers for people who just wail out insane on the game, have an awesome lineup, but cannot progress at all because they have no idea what they're doing. So that plays a huge factor, and when I think of free-to-play, I think of someone using 5 rares, clearing stage 20 dungeons with gear that no free-to-play player will ever be able to get realistically. And that's not what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to make a progression series, tell you what to focus on regardless of what champion you have, whether you spend money, whether you don't spend money. It's all going to determine the pace, but I'm going to give you the most efficient way to go from early game to mid game to end game, and you're going to watch what I do as it happens. With my Turvold, I'm going to show you what to focus on first, what to kind of rush through, some mistakes that you may have from watching other guides that have changed since then. So I'm really excited to get all the information out towards you. Also, there are actually some epics here that I've never used before, and I know they're really good. So you're also going to get some type of mini spotlight series while I'm doing this progression series on epic champions. I know I usually stick to legendaries for my champion spotlights, but there are going to be brief spotlights on epic champions throughout this series, highlighting what they can do, and if you have them, how you can use them. One champion in specific that I'm not going to talk about in detail now is Battle Sage. If you don't know how good she is, you are definitely going to find out throughout my progression series that I'm going to start very soon. One thing that I haven't decided if I'm going to do yet is I kind of wanted to do a clan boss challenge during this series, kind of just to make it even more interesting than it's already going to be, where I don't use a single poisoner since I have Turvold to kind of even things out compared to people watching. So I think that's going to be really cool. And look, I'm already flying through the arena with my awesome, let me just give you guys a sneak peek at what you're in for here. Look at that, absolutely killing it with this defense here. Somebody stop me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a, look at that, MurderInc. So Turvold, in these dungeon runs, he's doing about 1.3 million damage, and everyone else on the whole team is doing like 200,000 damage combined. So what I want to do is I want to do a non-poison team all the way to Ultra Nightmare. So imagine that, all the way to Ultra Nightmare. I'm not going to use a single poisoner. I haven't decided if I'm going to incorporate some type of poison set to make this possible, but pretty much this is going to be a progression rush through all of this content, and I'm really excited, as you can probably tell from the tone of my voice, to get going on this. I anticipate I'm going to start releasing videos rather quickly. And if you don't know about my Twitch already, you can watch me on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming pretty much all of the progress that I do. I'll play a little bit. I don't really think I'm going to be using auto clicker and farming things overnight. What I really do want to focus on is highlighting Turvold, but making sure you guys all have the tools you need to progress efficiently through this game, no matter where you are in this game. And since, as I mentioned before, we are in kind of a lull of content right now, hopefully this gives you something to watch. And if you do want to make a second account, I'll be giving you all the information and tools you need to fly through that progress. And if for any reason you do want to make a new account and use a referral link, I'll definitely drop that link in the comment section below, just in case you want to hook your boy up with some extra rewards. Let me know what you guys think about this new progression series I'm going to do. It's a bit different than my normal endgame type vibe, but I know quite a few free-to-play players actually watch me and they look to pick up all of these tips that can be very helpful even for them in their content, regardless of me showing legendaries. So I'm hoping to really maximize and amplify that message with this series here, and also give people who aren't free to play, who just want to see crazy damage numbers and all of these things. So I'm trying to wrap this all up into one awesome series. So let me know what you guys think. What's your initial reaction on the series? What would you like to see while I do this series? I'm going to take all of your feedback and incorporate into what I'm doing as best as I can to make sure it's a fun time. I mean, it's going to be a fun time for me forever. I love this champion. I think he's the best champion in the game. Obviously, Dracomorph's the best champion in the game, but to me, this guy's the best champion in the game. He's a feels-good champion. He's fun to watch in action, and he's the easiest to see results in with minimal amounts of gear. So as always, guys, thanks a bunch for watching this video. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next upload, and I will see you all in the next video.